Well, professionally, it's, I suppose, a mark of distinction, recognition of a lot of years of hard work. It's something that gives me a lot of professional pride, and something which hopefully will be a next chapter in my career. From a personal perspective, well, again, it's a matter of great pride for me, for my family, and I would really like to express my gratitude towards, in particular, my wife for the support that she's given me throughout the process and how much hard work we've done together as a team to achieve this, and also my parents for the support that they've given me throughout from the very beginning, from my school days. And also there are many people professionally as well who have helped me throughout the entirety of my career, people in Gibraltar, people in the UK, and especially my leader, David Sherborne in the UK, who I worked with for so many years, and who I've learned so much from.
And I believe you are the youngest Gibraltarian in KC. How does that feel?
It feels a bit strange. It's an odd one because I know that Julian Guzman, KC, was the youngest who was appointed a few years ago, and I think it's only a matter of months between us. So I don't think, when it's only a matter of months, I think it's probably down to when the appointment when the application process starts, when the appointment is made. So I wouldn't read too much into that, but it's to get it at such a young age. I'm really happy, and I suppose it shows that I hope it would encourage others to realize that you don't have to wait a very long time to start going to court and to start taking on cases and build up your practice and get to a position where you are taking those opportunities to be in big cases.
So how do you think that your career path has prepared you for this step? You've had some big moments working with Prince Harry and, of course, your role in the McGrail Inquiry.
Yes, I've been fortunate enough to be involved in and exposed to those high-pressure environments and especially those with a lot of public interest. So I think that in an ideal world, when you apply to become a KC, you should be in a position where your practice is almost that already of a KC. There will be a step up, obviously, and there will be a higher pressure, but I hope that does stand me in good stead.
On the McGrail Inquiry, from your perspective, why is it so significant for Gibraltar? And without breaching confidentiality, can you share some of the challenges in managing such a complex and high-profile inquiry?
Well, it's a public inquiry, and as we have always emphasised at the hearings, the important thing is making sure it was genuinely public and getting that public engagement. I think we achieved that, and certainly through the help of GBC, who played a pivotal role in getting public engagement as high as possible. But obviously with that public engagement, the interest is there, the pressure is there, and it was very challenging to ensure that there was a fair process for the many parties who were involved, and that everybody felt like that they were getting the fair opportunity to put their case forward. So yes, it's been a very significant chapter of my career, and hopefully one that I can look back on with pride in the future.
So what's it like working on these high-profile cases with such prominent public figures?
It definitely adds another dimension to the case. I can think of some cases where I've turned up at court and there are 200 cameramen outside that you have to wrestle through. They were not there to see me, I can say for sure. But it adds pressure because there's all that public interest in it. Every single point is magnified. Sometimes points that you don't think are particularly central to the issue get picked up. So you have to be very, very careful not to take a false step or a step that isn't in keeping with your client's position. So yes, it's fun, but it's tricky.
And here in Gibraltar, with the McGrail Inquiry being televised, and you played such a key role in that, I imagine that's changed your day-to-day life a little bit as well.
Yeah, I do try to take back streets to wherever I want to go, and I have had my fair share of being stopped in the supermarket when I'm just trying to buy some milk. But I'm glad to say that generally people have been very, very nice and polite about it. So it's always a pleasure to speak to anybody, although at the same time there's very little that I can say because obviously I'm bound by confidentiality. It's a strange experience.
You've had a career that most lawyers can only dream of, and you're not even 40. So what's next for you?
Well, my biggest project at the moment is my 3 daughters, Luna, Zephyr and Fia. That's the main part of it at the moment. But as I said at the beginning, I think that this is a new chapter for me in my career. Having that mark of approval not only gives me a sense of pride, but also a sense of responsibility to carry that standard that is expected of King's Counsel, and to repay the trust that has been given to me. So I think it will open doors to be involved in more prominent cases and tricky legal arguments, and it's a chapter that I'm excited to experience.
So what advice would you give to young Gibraltarian lawyers who aspire to reach KC status one day?
I think the main thing I would say is to not be afraid to go to court, to do your advocacy, make sure that you're getting on your feet. Obviously, in the appropriate cases, you're not going to go to a high value or high profile case straight away, but make sure you're getting that regular advocacy, which allows you to find your voice and your confidence in court, and before you know it, the cases become more higher value and more important, and that is really the bedrock of what makes you able to apply for the appointment.